From the block to the top, we rising in succession. Oh yeah.
Well, what a 24 hours it's been. Of course, we had the Trump election victory yesterday, and the markets are absolutely pumping today. I've woken up this morning, my portfolio is very, very green. It's almost as pumped as I am after that savage gym workout I've just had. Even when I'm away, I never have vacation workouts. It's always go hard or go home. But it was great to see the portfolio nice and green. And I'm not particularly invested in US politics, obviously, from the UK. In fact, I'm not really invested in any politics, because self-governance and decentralisation is the only true path to freedom. That's an entirely different subject altogether. But I'm all for anything that's going to help crypto, you know, in the short and long term. So it looks as though the Trump victory is doing just that. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. If you've been following me on X, you will have known that I've been saying this time frame anyway is going to be a very, very potentially special time for crypto. So let's just ride this out. I'm definitely going to be taking more profits than I did last time. I didn't have the knowledge in the last bull run that I have now. I did very well, but I could have done about 4 or 5 times better had I had the sort of knowledge I've got right now. So I'm going to be DCAing on the way out. Not yet, obviously. I'm going to be waiting and holding. I do think that we've got a pretty clear path for upward trajectory until sort of February, March. Now, this is not financial advice, of course, it never is on this channel, but that's exactly the sort of time frame I'm looking at, and I'll be taking profits when everyone else is screaming in hysteria and euphoria. But some of the notable things I've got to talk about today, sorry if it's a bit noisy, I haven't got time to find a parquet that's nice and quiet today because I've got lots to do with the family. I've already been out this morning with the family. We took Mini Millions to a really cool little place for the babies to hang out, you know, read books, play with toys and stuff. Really awesome here in Mexico, you know, third world country with all this amazing stuff. I love it when people call it a third world country. You know, let's not even get onto that. But so it's been a busy day. He's having a siesta, as is Mrs. Millions right now. So I thought I'll get out, I'll have a cracking workout and do a quick video. So we did have the Pulse Capital launch as well. The pre-sale finished yesterday, so thanks to everyone who joined up the Millions team. I do appreciate everyone's support. I put my own capital in yesterday as well. In fact, I did a very quick video. Let me just hold this in the other hand because my arms are absolutely shaking from that workout. So I put in my own capital. I did a test video just to show everyone how to do it, and then after that I put some more capital in as well, because for me it's a no-brainer. I'm bullish on Pulse Chain, as most of you know, and that's just another leverage on Pulse Chain. It's built on Pulse X, so I do think it's got the potential for some good sustainability. So I'm looking forward to putting some LPs into the farms. The farms are not live yet. They go live, I believe, on the 8th. But today, if you put the capital into the pre-sale, you can now claim your Pulse Capital token, your PCAP, and your stock tokens. So you can make the pairs and everything like that, but it won't sort of go live in the farms until the 8th. So awesome stuff. I'm really looking forward to see where that goes. There's going to be some really good APRs, especially when it first launches. So a big shout out to the team for putting together a nice smooth pre-sale. And of course we have mint stake share. Now the price is still down on MSS because we did have the exploit, of course, as most of you know. But since then, everything has been patched up nicely. We've had the PEC Shield audit. Everything has been given a clean bill of health. So we are sort of hanging around at that sort of 3.5 cent mark right now. And if you're interested, I'll give you my open and honest story on MSS. Now, as a lot of you know, Uncle Rick did contact me the day of Mini Millions' first birthday party. Now, we had a massive party for him. We hired out a big place. We had Mexican caterers come in and cook amazing food for us. We had loads of friends and family there, and I was absolutely shattered by the evening when I got his message. And he said, "You've got to look at this." So I looked at it, it looks amazing, but I waited till the next morning before I put some capital in, and I missed out on a 3x. But literally the day before that even, I DCA'd pretty heavily into some of my sort of favorite altcoin plays. So a lot of my liquid capital in my wallet, readily available, I'd put in. So when it came to mint stake share, I sort of searched through a few wallets. I found a spare $350 and I threw that in at, I think it's 1.5 cent. Now that right now is worth almost 12 grand, right? 12,000. So even with the price as it is right now, down at 3.5 cent, the all-time high was around 15 cent. Now that's one hell of a move. I'm sure you can agree. But I haven't claimed on that. In fact, I've claimed once just to make sure it all worked. But I've been compounding and I did a couple of DCAs on the way up, but not major ones. So I'm definitely not going to be claiming right now. I know some people are probably panicking. They've got to get their Cheetos money out to pay their mums back. And that's fine if you have to do that. But it's certainly not something I'm doing. And I'm going to sort of play this out because we've got lending coming out very, very soon. The team always executes when it says it's going to execute. So I've got absolute faith. I've got absolute faith in Aaron and the team that that's going to come very, very soon, and there's going to be less and less reason to actually sell your MSS tokens. So I'm waiting for that, and of course, you know, most of you know I've already said this open, transparently. I've already ROI'd in MSS anyway. When we sort of hit those all-time highs, I made that one claim I was talking about, and literally ROI'd. So it really, you know, be sensible, guys. Whatever you choose to do, you know, don't leave too much on the table. So I've just overstayed my welcome on that traffic light there. Definitely get your capital out. Not financial advice. It's just what I would say to a friend. It's just what I would do. So now it's going to be one hell of a journey for MSS. I cannot wait. The team's awesome. The community is awesome, and we need to just let the sellers sell, let them do their thing, and wait for lending to come out. That's another project I'm very, very bullish on. Also, Pdai, my Pulse chain portfolio is absolutely pumped this morning. Pdai, PulseX, PLS, PHEX, it's all looking absolutely fantastic right now. And if you look at the chart, we are still very, very low, very, very low historically. As for a lot of the other altcoins, I mean, including sort of Chainlink, XRP, VeChain, they're all still sort of, a lot of them are 70% plus down from the all-time highs. So I'm still buying. I don't normally like to buy green, but right now, I'm not confident we're going to go much further. There might be, you know, be a few more dips along the way, which would be absolutely normal. But around this sort of time, historically, we haven't gone much lower. So I definitely don't want to leave too much in stable coins right now. And I'm getting a bit more in the market than I normally would. So I'm still buying. I'm still seeing these huge opportunities, and Pulse Chain is one of those areas that I'm still going to be buying. Pdai, absolutely pumping last few days, and that's still a 250x from a $1 peg. So if you believe it's going to peg, if you have got that narrative in your head and you think that's going to happen, it's still a 250x from here. So I've seen a couple of videos lately from Decentralized Me, big shout out to him. If I sort of cut this video up a little bit and do some shortened versions, I'll tag him in as well, because he's doing great work, some amazing breakdowns. Definitely sit down with a cup of tea or coffee before you start watching that, because there's a lot to unpack, but it's some of the best explanations possible as to how Pdai could peg to $1 and could remain at $1, even during the bear market, because we have to expect, things are not going to stay where they are when they reach the peak. They're normally going to come 90% plus down, often 98%. So you have to expect that, and it tells you how the collateralization of it and the P-maker vault and all stuff like that could keep a peg even during a bear market. So shout out to him, and I know a lot of you guys watching this as well, you're in Pdai. I did put a tweet out the other day to say, is it riskier at the moment not to hold at least 1 million Pdai? And I think a lot of people sort of agreed that not holding 1 million Pdai could be a risk, but that's on you if you think that. I've got in at some pretty good levels, so it's not really an issue for me. But as you can probably tell, I definitely I hold more than 1 million Pdai because I'm bullish on it, and I do believe it could peg. And in the Richard Hart sort of ecosystem, after seeing what Hex did in the last run, I really do think anything is possible, and especially with the SEC case, you know, I mean, it looked like it went fairly favourably in the direction of Richard Hart in the last sort of hearing. I know there's a long way to go yet, probably, but with this whole Trump victory, who knows what's going to happen with the SEC? Will he sack Gary Gensler? I think most people hope he will. You know, that guy is he's a piece of work for sure. But then again, you know, who are they going to replace him with? Who knows? I don't know. You guys might know who's next in line for the throne of the SEC. Completely pointless organisation. They've never done anything, as far as I'm aware, other than get investors wrecked. Now, anyone who was holding XRP, anyone who's holding any of the anything in the pulse chain ecosystem knows that if the SEC hadn't been around, they'd been nowhere near as wrecked on paper. So thanks SEC for wrecking everyone and being completely and utterly pointless, total scam, as most other sort of government agencies actually are. Again, another entirely different conversation for down at the docks. I need to cross here before, again, get the timing right on this one. Oaxaca's an amazing, amazing place. We've actually moved a little bit outside of Centro, Oaxaca Centro, the sort of historic centre, and we're in an awesome little neighbourhood called Reforma now, which is about maybe 20 or 30 minute north walk-in of Oaxaca Centro. So it's a really great neighbourhood. There's loads of amazing cafes and restaurants. We're eating out 3 times a day. It's a really, really nice area. Trees everywhere, great food, really friendly people, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And we've got 4 more days in our suite before we move short flight. We're going to take a short flight to Mexico City, stay a night, and then we're going to do another short flight to Zihuatanejo. And the reason we're doing it in 2 parts is because obviously Millions, we like to cut down on the stress for him. But of course, you know how Millions and the family roll, business class all the way, so it should be nice and comfortable, hopefully. But we're doing that in about 4 days' time, and we're going to spend some time down on the coast with some amigos and amigas in Zihuatanejo. So I can't wait to do some videos from there. It's an awesome beach town if you've not heard of it. I know some of you have been mentioning the Shawshank Redemption, where they talk about Zihuatanejo. I've been there before, and it really is a freaking beautiful place. So I can't wait for that. A bit of beach time, a bit of swimming, a bit of sun, a bit of sand. So I'm gonna head back right now, get some lunch, and see the family, and we're gonna be going and do a little bit of shopping this afternoon when it cools down a little bit. There's a big sort of shopping mall nearby. We're gonna stock up on a few things, and maybe stop at the parquet for Millions. He's having a cracking time, and that's what's most important. So I hope you guys all have an absolutely amazing day, whatever you're doing. Stay bullish, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah, out rolling with the squad, we all flex. Dripping diamonds, all the haters second guessing. $1 million swagger, yeah, we making the impression. From the block to the top, we rising in succession. Oh yeah.